här 1983. Men det var samma sak då. Nästan alla Siouxsie and the Banshees låtar är 4 minuters hypnosbehandlingar. De bra låtar. Intensiteten fortfarande lika stark.
I agree with you that the album is, I suppose, more low-key, but I think it's just simpler and more open. And I think it's better for that. I think it draws the person in more. And that's really why I called it Peep Show, because it almost invites a voyeuristic sort of fascination to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stories in it are very much taken from observing things as well, as opposed to them being purely autobiographical.
And also, it's more obvious now, the sort of oriental feeling that's always been into your music, the Eastern feeling, or Japanese feeling to it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's not intentional, that's just, I suppose, something that, if you're into something, you go that way, without thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I am very interested in Eastern music, and I remember going to Bali about 5 years ago and loving the gamelan players and the percussiveness of it as well. The percussion with the tuning I really like.
På snusk. Men här finns hela tiden en slags märklig naivism som tvättar bort alla fula tankar och associationer. Siouxsie själv är klädd i någon slags silkesunderkläder, men hon behåller dem på. Inget Annie Lennoxeri här inte. Och hon struttar liksom över scenen som en lite vågad skolflicka. Eller som Betty Boop.
I think everyone has a voyeuristic streak in them.
Sure.
But it's quite distasteful to the extent that some people take it, and some of the media takes it, I think, as well. But I like the idea of someone like a Betty Boop sort of playing with that sort of element, but really having fun with it.
Yeah. And then I thought of Cabaret as well. It looked like Liza Minnelli a lot. But that must have been obvious.
Yes, that's quite obvious, yeah. But, I mean, I definitely wanted to get a show together, and calling it Peep Show as well, and definitely wanted it to... I don't know, I've been wearing false eyelashes as well, so it's quite, Betty Boop. Betty Boop's a big influence as well.
Yeah.
And it's the 20s and the 30s I really do like all the stars from that era, like Louise Brooks and those films from that era, and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and that sort of false dimension, black and white. I really love that.
Yeah, one can see from the new haircut.
Yeah.
Det är Siouxsie and the Banshees musik. Framförallt till exempel Spellbound, som är en Hitchcock-film. Peekaboo, singellåten ifrån nya LPn, refererar till en alldeles ny film som heter Peeping Tom och till Ken Russells Crimes of Passion. Och Siouxsie själv i sin nya 20-talsfrisyr och sin höga silverhatt är direkt hämtad ur Liza Minnellis Cabaret. Siouxsie and the Banshees har hållit på rätt länge nu, i 12 år faktiskt. Bandet som började som den typiska spontana punkidén, upp och spela bara, har vuxit, mognat och hållit stånd rätt in i det glättade 80-talet.
We still haven't been assimilated by the industry. I think a lot of people, if they've been together for half that time, they're very much a part of the system, and they're very much, it doesn't matter what people say about them, it's like, someone says Phil Collins' new album's crap, it doesn't matter, he's still going to sell 1 million or 2 million, and you're still not going to be able to interview him. And it's odd, I still feel we're on the outside a lot of the time, and I'm still quite hungry.
Yeah, but what about the relation to the audience now? You don't say much to them now, but...
No, I feel very frustrated not being able to speak the language. I always feel you should be able to speak the language, and I don't like that rock and roll sort of way. This song's from our album, and we love you. I hate that sort of insincerity that you get in rock and roll shows, with all the explosions and clap your hands.
Yeah, well, you still got a lot of punks in the audience now, I noticed.
I suppose a lot of them are very young.
And extremely young. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about, because you were so influential to especially girls like when you started. Do you still feel that now? You still mean such a lot. You're such a symbol of
I suppose, well, especially now with the sort of glut of female performers that are very much, it's gone back to male-dominated female performers where it's, you know, like Kylie Minogue and all that.
Yeah.
And it's got really regressed quite a bit. But there's a lot more females there, but they're not particularly in control of what they're doing. You know, I wish people were more in control of themselves, not just sexually, you know, for sexual freedom, but to do with anything. I really think you've got to be in control of what you're doing.
How long can you see yourselves going on? For how many years?
I don't know. Not another 12.
That's another 12?
No. It may last a year, it may last 2 years, or I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.